So, last time we left off, the party had been back at the Black Order's home base, and after attending a private meeting and going to assist Romeo, who was at the barrier of the illusion that's hiding the base, the party was also present to the sight of seeing the birth of a dragon matriarch, who was quickly bonded with by the Black Empress, and the group were informed about the possible dangers of the dragon matriarch being here and what it could mean for the future. The following day, during breakfast, while discussing about the dragon items, it was revealed that Romeo was originally from the Rasa Kingdom, home of most of the Tiefling race, which, to the shock of Otis, began to bombard Romeo with a bunch of questions, and it resulted with, at first, leaving Otis kind of bummed about his progress with his invention, but with a new determination, he picked his spirit back up and continued with the discussion about what to do next. Fenwin proposed going her own way towards the Dwarven territory to get some help in regards to the Forgotten God, and the party was undecided about the proposal, and during the talk, the party were summoned by the Empress to the throne room right now, and the party quickly left and went straight to the castle. There they took notice that they were being allowed inside very quickly by all the guards, who were a lot more active than normal. And upon entering the throne room, they see that there was a audience going on with a very professional, like royal looking empress and a group of, later revealed, vampires. The vampire group was consisted of armored guard and one representative. They began to talk about the vampire attack on Littleroot, which Maze was a survivor of, and the representative, who was named Cecilia, claimed that they had no part of the attack and wanted to establish friendly-ish relationships with the Black Order to make sure that they can focus on the real threat of these rogue vampires. And the Black Empress informed them that she needed time to think about this non-aggression pact that was proposed and dismissed the vampires for the time being. The vampires left the throne room, and with the vampires leaving, the Empress discussed with the Hands of Unity and officially tried to offer a place in the Black Order to the four members of the Hands of Unity. Since Romeo was still new to the group, she wasn't a part of it, and each member had their own vision and own conversation with the Black Empress, resulting in everyone except Otis kneeling to the Black Empress and officially joining the Order. In Maze's case, officially rejoining the Order. And with that, the Empress welcomed the new Hands of Unity to the Black Order. There is where we will resume. So, the three who were officially joined was Akora, Maze, and Fenwin, who have now all stood up to their feet and are looking upon the Black Empress, who is standing in front. She is nodding her head at the three of y'all and looks over at Otis and gives a soft smile, and turning around, she lets her red cape kind of bellow in the wind before it seems like she seemed to just appear back in the throne above everybody, and she lounges back and looks at everyone and goes, "The three you see who have kneeled are officially a part of the Black Order. We shall treat them like they are family, like they are friends, and we shall make sure to support them with everything we have. in regards to the one who didn't kneel, Otis. The conversation we had is between me and him. So all I will say is he didn't feel ready to join just yet. So, moving forward, he will still be a part of the group as a provisional member of the Hands of Unity. However, and you see she kind of looks at Maze, then Akora, then Finwin. Any relevant secrets of the Black Order should be only with the official members of the Order. No offense to Otis or Romeo, but the Order must keep their secrets from the outside world. When leaving the base, Otis and Romeo must be blindfolded and deafened for at least an hour or two to make sure they don't know the exact location of the base. And you see she kind of looks at all of you, and you see she kind of leans back in her throne and goes, "Are there any questions or objections to what my decree is?"
No. For me.
I can't make any promises should it be deemed important for them to know something that I won't tell them. But barring that, I agree.
I will allow it if it is life-threatening to them. The secrets can be revealed. But any personal secrets regarding the Black Order's business should remain a secret. I'll leave it to your discretion. But do know that if we do find out that they have been told secrets of our Black Order, and they do decide to leave and not join us, we will have to take matters into our own hands. So, inform them with caution, please. Since there are no objections or no further questions, we should get on to the current situation of what we have. And you see she kind of looks down and looks at everybody who's attending and goes, "The discussion I am about to have should remain in private for right now. I will ask that all of the civilians, please, with respect, leave the throne room and leave me with the Hands of Unity and my crows, please. I ask you this out of kindness and respect." And you see some of the civilians are kind of looking around, but you see one by one they begin leaving. And more or less dismissing themselves. And you see the Black Empress, after seeing all the civilians leave, you see she kind of nods her head and then leans forward. And you hear her go, "All right. Now, here is what we know so far. And please, fill in any gaps or information that we may have. Currently, at the moment, there is a forgotten god who is on the loose and has taken a town full of people, supposedly to the Fey realm, and this forgotten god has taken over the body of an archfey named Hillian, who has taken the soul of Laurie, a former member of the Black Order. Is what I'm saying correct so far? You see, she kind of looks at you, Mace.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Then, by my decree, I shall make a new quest for all major adventuring group that we have in the order. The quest is as followed. You are to go to the Feywild and scout out the situation of the realm. Track down Hillian and the missing people. If you think you can take out the Forgotten God, go ahead. If not, return back to the Order with any and all information. We will then prepare an assault force to take on the Forgotten God. That will be the main quest regarding the Forgotten God issue. However, there are some, I believe the adventure is called side quests as well. As y'all have seen just now, we have been approached by a non-aggression pact with this so-called secret vampire society, the network, I believe. One side quest will be to go with the representative of the vampire faction and determine if an alliance can be properly formed between the network and the Black Order. If we can establish friendly ties, we could possibly have them as support for the Forgotten God issue. Another side quest would be to secure the trade route with the Dwarven tribes. We have been in contact with one of the tribes of the Dwarves in negotiating a trade route between their people and our people to get some much needed resources between both of us. So we will ask for someone to oversee and make sure a trade route can be properly established and defended. And the third side quest would be in regards to our new friend that we have here. And you see she looks at you, Romeo, and goes, now, I'm not saying this one is like gonna happen. But the third side quest is more to try to secure an alliance with the Rasa Kingdom. Now, Romeo, I'm not expecting you to do miracle works here, but if you can at least get us in and at least let us scout out on the region just to see if there's anything that we can offer the queen there, that would be much appreciated. Because I have seen what has come out of the Rossin Kingdom, and I have also seen what is being kept inside. So, with respects, I would love to at least set up some sort of negotiation between myself and the queen there. If it can happen, great. If not, don't worry about it. We can find somewhere else to get it to work.
Yeah, I'll try my best, you know. I'm not really like, you know, I'm not exactly like an advisor to the queen or something, but I do what I can, you know.
That's all I'll ask of you, Romeo. Now, the quests have been assigned and stated. I will officially write them up and put them on the quest board we have near the entrance of the castle. And make sure the adventuring parties can take a crack at it. But before I write them up, since the Hands of Unity were the first one to bring up information regarding the Forgotten God, I will give you all the chance to, I guess as they say, call first dibs on them. You don't have to give me a decision of what path y'all want to take now. Y'all can. I will allow at the very, at most, a week's grace period of you all just relaxing here back at base. Because I can understand the mental exhaustion of just coming in and out, going to quest after quest after quest. If that's what y'all want to do, all power to you. But if y'all need time to unwind, I do understand. But I will allow a week at most of a grace period. So, I'll ask this. What will y'all be deciding, Hands of Unity? We got lots of thinkers right now.
I didn't know I was muted, and I gave a whole extra answer. Love that for me. Let me recall. Okay. I personally don't think I'd want, or even could, rest in any great extended length of time until justice has been served. Oh, lawyer that at least.
Is that the same in regards to the rest of you?
Yes.
Looks at Fenwin. She's gonna answer whatever Fenwin answers.
Oh, yeah, Fenrir was just gonna say yes.
Yes, I believe that right now, resting is not a main priority.
Very well. Then, if y'all are dead set on leaving as soon as y'all can, I will say this. And you can say this is an official decree or whatever, or an order if it helps. When y'all get back, I'm going to demand a mandatory at least 2 weeks break for y'all to rest. Because I have seen what can happen to fine adventurers and fine soldiers from going to one battle to one battle to one battle over and over, back to back. I want to make sure my hands aren't sore.
How long have you been waiting to use that one?
Oh, as soon as y'all got back.
Hi,
That
Coco.
was a good one.
Do you have a kiss tea?
Very well. Then I will leave y'all to discuss on, unless y'all have an answer now, on deciding on what quest y'all want to focus on first before departing. Because I would need to know which path y'all are going to take first. Where it's going to establish relationships with the vampire faction, going across the sea to try to establish something with the Rasa Kingdom, or securing the trade route, which in fact, if everything is, if what my advisors are telling me is accurate, really, I only need one of y'all to go on the dwarven trade route.
In that case, it
I'd
may
probably
be
be
best
Fenwin
if
for
I.
that.
Yes. It may be best if I go to the Dwarven Kingdom to establish the trade route. Depending on the tribe. But I do have some connections over there, and I believe those could be helpful.
As much as I don't want to chop off one of my fingers right out of the gate,
Oh my
And
with the promise that I can reattach it later, I will allow Finwin to take care of the dwarven situation due to her background with the dwarven tribes. Will the four of y'all be okay without Finwin?
I think so.
I can't answer anything like that. Every time I thought we'd be okay, I don't think we were. So
Yeah.
I make
Very well. Then, with that amount of confidence that y'all are giving out, Finwin, we shall send you out later today to go take care of the dwarven situation. But you will remain here so you can at least know where the rest of them are heading out. So,
Of course.
just in case you can, if you get back early enough, we can send you their way so you can meet up with them. Now, for the rest of y'all, what is y'all's choice on what path y'all are going to take next?
Well, I mean, I know I'm new. I don't really have much authority in this group, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking out of turn. But my vote would be for the Rasa Kingdom. Just personally, don't like the idea of entering a network of a bunch of vampires. It's a little bit intimidating.
I'm gonna
I don't
make a
really feel like
wild guess and say Otis is also voting for the Rasa Kingdom.
I guess a safe bet, yeah.
I wouldn't mind traveling some more.
I mean, like, it's such a big group of people. It seems like surely you got some tieflings with more connections than me.
The only tieflings we have in our order are the tieflings who were born here. It's I'm not sure if you're aware. It's very rare for tieflings to leave the Rasa Kingdom. At least from what from my own experience so far.
Me, I am unfortunately aware.
Just to clarify, the Rasa Kingdom means we'd have to go on a boat.
Yes, you have to travel across the sea. It should, depending on what kind of boat you manage to get a ride on, it could take maybe a week's travel if y'all are just humping from one continent to another, and if y'all can either remain on the boat for at least another week to go around to the Rasa Kingdom, or you can cut through the Elven territory.
Oh.
So it'll be
No.
quite a homecoming for young Maze here.
Yeah. Well, I will go with whatever we largely vote for. I just want it to be known I don't like boats. Sailing. At
I've
all.
never been on one, so I understand, I think. No, I don't understand. I've never been on one.
only been on one once, and it's kind of scary. But you get used to it after about like a day or so.
I didn't.
Oh,
I don't have. I've seen a lot of shit and my stomach can handle it. I move on water for 5 minutes and I'm in shambles. So
well,
I'm not looking forward to it.
if it makes you feel better, I can't swim, and I
That's
did just
great.
fine.
If that's the case, we may need to make a stop before we leave. Unless, I mean, it would tell you helpful if we point in the right direction. Look, Empress, do you have or know who I can talk to about procuring a way to learn a spell that can give us the ability to breathe them, or walk on water, or both?
Smart. Would have to be, if I remember correctly, as I check my notes.
Black Empress just pulls out a notebook.
I would recommend talking to Sora. He's the owner of the Royal Vault, I guess the magic shop over in town. He's the one that usually specializes in all things spell casting and potions. So you can talk to him. I'm sure he'll have something for you.
Okay.
Either that, or you could.
Look for equipment that could give us the same effect.
That'd probably be a safer option. If y'all want to be risky, you could always talk to V.
Judging by Maze's response, I think we're gonna pass on that.
Tell yours. Call. I'm sure.
It's V. That. Make sure I'm remembering. That's the doctor that has the crazy fucker with the spider child.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I loved her.
Yeah, Maze didn't. It's not
has
the
a
V
baby
that's the
drider.
problem. It's it's far worse than a drider. It's the spider girl that she's unsettling. She's nice. She's very creepy, and I feel bad about it, so I don't like to be around her because I don't want to hurt her feelings. But my first instinct when I see her is squish, and that's not the first reaction you'd have to a person or a child.
You're arachnophobic.
I don't like spiders. No, I don't.
That's fair. I want to save this child.
Oh, I don't think you were here at all.
He was
when we
not.
No,
met.
I wasn't. I didn't get the luxury of seeing this spider child.
Oh, it was great.
Please send me a picture of her, Sam.
I don't know if I have artwork of her. I will get back to you.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Screw you.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Yay.
Yeah, so I respect everyone else's wishes. I apologize for the amount of vomiting I'm sure to be partaking in.
Poor thing.
Okay. Well,
Your Baelish screaming in the background. Oh my god.
I suppose if that's the plan, we should start to prepare.
Okay. Then, it has been decided that the Hands of Unity will make their way over to the Rasa Kingdom. And as I pull up my map, the closest port and town to here would be the city of Angel Reach. It's a port and town. It's about
Stickly outside uppers.
it's about 8 days travel.
8 days travel. Oof. Okay.
That would be the closest one. Well, hang on. You see the Empress kind of looks up and going, well, technically the edge, there's a port town northeast of here. And that's called the edge. That would be the closest one, but the boat travel will be longer if you go there.
So I don't want that.
Okay. Well, I guess
Figure it out, I guess.
you're gonna be going to Angel's Reach. 8-day travel through the woods, and once you get there, you can find a boat. However, way you want to go about that, either hire someone, hitch a ride. Since this is official Black Order's business, you see the Black Empress kind of just holds out her hand, and then you see she kind of closes her eyes and focus. And you see her hand begins to glow like a faint red color, like it outlines her fingers. And then you see, seemingly coming out of nowhere, a large pouch just appears in her hand. And you see she opens up the pouch and looks in and goes, "This is 1,000 platinum pieces."
Holy shit.
Wow.
That's
So-
very gracious.
Jesus.
Very generous. That's what I meant to say.
You use this to get yourself a boat, either the fanciest one y'all can find for extra security, or y'all can save money and get the cheapest one y'all can find. This 1,000 piece platinum is mainly for negotiation purpose, because I'd rather not have y'all cough up y'all's own funds to get there, in case y'all don't have enough by the end of today and all that. So please take this, use it however y'all see fit for this mission, but make sure you spend it wisely, because we don't know exactly if there's going to be many people that are going to be willing to take y'all to either the Elven territory or straight to the Rasa Kingdom. So be careful on who you go with.
Okay.
So, who wants the pouch?
I'll take it, I guess.
Very well, Mace. And you see she holds up her hand, and the bag lifts off her hand and begins floating over to you.
You're always so flashy, you know that?
I gotta have some gravitas for being an empress. And plus, it's such a long way down from here.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Now, with everything has been decided, the hands of Unity, you are dismissed. Please go get ready for your adventure. And if you have anything else to inform me, do let me know before y'all head out. And good luck, my hands.
Guess we'll bow before we go, I suppose. Really, Sakura does.
You see, she kind of gets a smile to Akora and goes, looks at you, Akora, and goes, remember, I'm going to do my best to make sure I'm not a cruel ruler.
I hope you are. You do so.
That's why I have you. Now, dismiss. Oh, and naturally, as my hands, if you find any wayward soul or a faction or anybody out there that needs a home, send them my way, and I will graciously take them in. You already did that with the wolves y'all sent my way, which very happy it worked out.
Yeah, you seem you had a lot of fun with that.
Quite. Now, be on your way. My crows, I do have a task for y'all, so please stay. And you see the two members of the crows kind of just look at her and not bow their heads and remain standing.
Guess I will lead the group out.
Okay. So, as the group begins heading out of the throne room, as soon as y'all exit and the throne closes behind, at least Maze, Akora, and Finwin, y'all see an immediate change with the people around you, especially the guards. You see that the guards are not as tense as before, and you see even as they're walking by, you see some of them are even giving you nods and kind of giving y'all waves, like greeting y'all as they walk by you, and even some of the servants who are running around, and like the maids and the butlers who are running around, you see that they're also going like, "Oh, it's the hands of Unity, hi!" And you're like, "Good day, my lady. Good day, my lord." And you see that they're still just running by, and you just see that everyone seems to be more welcoming to y'all three in particular.
I am uncomfortable with these titles being thrown at me.
Oh,
Yes, Lord, I am a lion.
Yes, it does feel weird to be
Lion.
called Oh my gosh.
that one caught me off guard. Now, I didn't mention this before because I had to add it, but I also forgot to update on Foundry. But for Akora, Finwin, and Maze on D&D Beyond, y'all can do this either now or y'all can do it after the session. Y'all have gained a new feat, basically a new type of power that's been put under the feats category of y'all's sheet.
New feet.
Mm-hmm. Maze is the same as last time, the same power and every thing. But I didn't know if you wanted to change the spell for the Black Order's knowledge, so I left it blank for you, so you to take care of. But for Akora, you gain a new feat called the. As I go get it, the Black Order Strength, which means you can choose to either bump your strength or your constitution by 1. And you get 2 new reactions. You get the Ruler's Armor that you can use once per day. As a reaction to a creature's attack, you can activate the ability to give yourself a +5 AC to the end of your turn.
Against Major.
Oh, that's sexy.
There's also the Ruler's Weapon, which is once per day. As a reaction to a creature's attack, you can activate the ability to convert the damage to a spectral weapon that will do the same amount of damage if you hit the creature. So basically, if you get hit with, like, say, a 25 damage, you can convert that into a spectral weapon that you can use to deal 25 damage.
Sexy.
But you will have to choose between either strength or constitution on D&D Beyond. But you can do that.
Mine have the exact same thing. To go with con.
Okay, so you go constitution?
What did I do? I rolled something. I don't know why I did that. I don't know how to edit things.
Don't worry about it. We can take care of it later. For Finland, even though you're kind of exiting the group, this is what you have. You get the Black Order Speed, which your dex is increased by 1. Your walking speed is... Oh, that should be 20. Your walking speed is increased by 20. And you also have Shadow's Teleportation, which for right now, once per day, you can fade into your own shadow and teleport to any shadow you can see.
That is really funny considering who my next character is.
Oh, don't worry. I have plans for her if she joins. All right. Then, those are what y'all... those are the new abilities that y'all have been given. They're not going to show up on Foundry because I haven't updated on them yet, because that's one of the few things I forgot. But don't worry. We will take care of it if the need arises. But as all of y'all come out of the throne room, getting a very, very different welcoming. What's up?
Rolling things in D&D Beyond. Ignore me.
Oh no!
I don't know what I'm doing.
You have to go to your character itself, and instead of pushing view, you need to click edit.
Characters.
Performance check, sneak attack, con check, strength save, because that's always important.
So confused. I don't like this.
Yeah, go to the
Yep.
campaign homepage.
Ah.
Go to the campaign where you can see all the characters.
So sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Good, it's okay. And then once you're there, instead of clicking view sheet, you're going to click edit sheet. And then that'll let you choose what you need to choose. It should anyway.
Oh, that's not where I went.
Where did you go? Because the ability score is showing is what I started with.
If you go to your character sheet, so go to view, and on your character sheet, you should see a box that says action, inventory, and features. Do you see that?
Yes.
Click on features. I like features and trait. Scroll all the way down, and if you see a little box that says manage feat, if you click on that.
Does seem like I already got the Constitution score. What? So I have. So you did add the Black Order strength on mine, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just your on call whether to choose Constitution or Strength.
That's what I'm trying to figure out how to add, like, up.
No, it should automatically do that. Because your Constitution is now at 20.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's automatically added, so you're good.
Thank you.
You're all good.
Sorry for the pause.
No, that's good. That's good. Is everybody good?
Yeah. Just that.
Yes.
Okay. Then,
Of course.
as everyone heads out of the castle and getting a much different, at least a bit different reaction from everyone around to the three members, Otis following close behind. Where would y'all like to go?
That's a good question. Where do you guys want to go?
Well, I think we should go to the rest of the kingdom first.
Yeah, but like, shouldn't we
Like
get
provision?
like supplies?
Well, yes, I
think
thought you were
that-
asking that.
That's what I was asking.
Okay.
And I believe that I will be going to either trade
Going
route.
into elven territory. Oh, no, dwarven territory.
I am
That's
going
even
into
scarier. They're even smaller.
I mean, if
I
you,
think I've seen a
you
dwarf
learn,
like
you
Bella
learn.
like 10 times in my life. They're so stucky.
I don't think Romeo's ever seen a dwarf.
Oh, you
Ro-
get used to them eventually.
We'll establish that Romeo at least knows about
She
kind of
knows
mage.
what dwarves are,
Just never seen
but
one.
she's never met one. No, she's met like 3 elves and like mostly tieflings
And now she's met a talking lion.
and the talking lion.
Romeo doesn't even know that I'm not a regular elf.
No, she thinks that you're a wood elf and Maze is a high elf because she doesn't know any other types of elves.
Oh, this will be really funny to once we actually have this conversation with her. Well, I do believe that you wanted to get a spell that allowed you to breathe underwater.
That is first step up the list.
Perhaps we locate the. Did you say owner of the royal treasury? Then
Yes.
and see if they have any information or any spells you could use.
Yes. Oh boy. Okay.
Seem to go back to the Elven Kingdom. Isn't that where you're from?
Kind of.
Just be glad I'm not going with you. That would be a very interesting.
Hold on a minute. What just happened?
Hmm?
You stop that.
Oh.
What?
You stop that right now.
What?
Huh?
Continue. Is that where you're going to go?
I didn't notice.
Just keep oh my god. Oh. Yes, that'd be very interesting if I was going with you all.
You're also an elf? Yeah?
Yes, though the kind of elf I am and who I am more specifically would make it much more difficult to get across the territory without major interruptions.
Like, a famous criminal or something?
Ah,
Oh,
Are you
I did
aware
not
of
expect
this?
that you would...
well, are you aware of the rift?
The what?
It's the opening to or the port. It's like
She's
so
from the
you know the
Feywild.
Feywild. Yes, so I'm
Bit,
from the
yeah.
Feywild.
I didn't know there were elves there. I thought it was all like little weird creatures with like wings and stuff.
Oh, well, there are those too, but specifically the rift is a portal or a tear in reality that connects directly to the Eladrian elves, which are a Feywild. Basically, they're elves that come from the Feywild. I am one of them. And, due to some interesting events, I'm not welcome back at the Feywild. Or am I particularly welcome back into the Elven Kingdom, because I'm from the Feywild. So.
Bit unfortunate.
Yes, so trying to get back there would be, interesting, to say the least, with me coming with you.
But we're all going to the Feywild at some point, yeah? Like after you go with the dwarves and we go to the Rasta Kingdom. I mean, I'm
Yes,
sure it'll be fine, but you know,
yes, hopefully.
they probably won't remember.
Yes, hopefully, by going to the Dwarven Kingdom, I can figure out how my husband got to the Feywild so quickly. And so that we don't have to put up with all the delicacies of talking to whoever rules over the Elven Kingdom.
Elves sound like they're scary. I don't want to talk to them.
Are a bit
They're
scary.
frustrating.
They certainly are. You know, I dated an elf once, and then, you know, it was no offense to the two of you. You know, I'm sure you're lovely. It was he was very dramatic. You know, he was like, "Oh, elves live like 10 times longer than tieflings. You know, there's going to be a problem." And I was like, "Well, we're not going to like get married or anything. This is just like a little thing." And he was like, "Oh, so you don't love me?" And it was a mess.
Sounds
You
like
know,
a
Wow.
him problem.
I shouldn't have said that. You know, that's not a relevant story. I'm sorry.
I thought that was funny though.
Wow. You are a character, huh?
Too much, and it's not important. You can always stop me. I'm sorry. I
No,
don't
I'd like to see how
really.
far you go. You just kept going. Was
Well, that was the whole story, really.
Mhm.
Except that, like, he
Really
was.
how stories go, Maze.
well, you see, the important information from that could have been gathered and stopped before rambling about what he would say.
Well, it was funny, so hush.
I'm not arguing that. That's why I like to keep happening. I would do it again. I'm not arguing that.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
Romeo, don't worry about it. We're all a little bit off kilter sometimes.
I
Yeah.
have perfect balance. What are you talking about?
I've got really good balance
trying to
too.
cuddle with Otis all the time.
Oh, is that?
He said I'm his emotional support lion.
Yes, and also you still have catnip hidden somewhere in your room.
I do? I do. How'd you know about that?
Very little gets past me, dear, and also you didn't particularly try to hide it.
I did. But I actually did. I just did a really bad job.
You did not do a very good job.
You just have those special elf eyes. You see things.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah, that's gross.
Quiet, y'all.
She-
Keep role playing.
I mean, we
Go.
should
Let me be a
probably.
nurse.
Well,
My goodness.
at least Otis wants to like hang out around with me and stuff. It's not like I miss Minta or anything.
Oh, we all think you're very lovely coming in for us.
What? Sam,
Not
what did you
trying to
do?
insult you in any way.
Anyway, let's go.
Let's go.
That
Let's
caught me
go.
off guard.
Guys. Anyway,
I'm gonna go grab the catnip out of my mane and just start like nibbling it, like stick a couple bits in my mouth. Look, Vito, it's Ollie. Give me your pen. Thank you.
Perhaps I shouldn't think we're not so pretty about that.
Nope, not that. Hang on.
I'm gonna need to roll a Constitution saving throw in real life then.
Agora. Okay. Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Dang.
Nailing it.
Those are deep.
I'm gonna be.
Sounds like that.
He just started choking on it.
He's a method actor.
So the party continues, and I guess heading to the city or to the small little town.
Yes.
Okay, so as the group heads to the small little town, doesn't take long until y'all enter, and as y'all enter, you're seeing all the civilians who are kind of roaming the streets and shopping at stalls and stands. And you see a lot of them are picking up after themselves, like they're making sure that there's no trash around, and then a lot of them are like helping each other out. Like you see a half orc who is like trying to lift up what seems to be like several boxes of what seems to be heavy stuff inside. Just seems to be struggling, and you see a little tiny gnome come running over, and you hear the gnome go, "Don't worry, mister, I got you." And then you see the orc just go, you sure?" "I got you." And takes one of the crates with one hand and gets one of the other crates. And go, "So where are we going?" This way. Okay, that's it. And you see another thing, that all of them are very, very friendly to all of y'all. Especially the three, especially to Agora, Finwin, and Mace. They seem to have like a very warm smile to y'all three. As they're all waving, you see some of them are pointing and giving y'all a wave. Just some are giving acknowledgments, but a lot of them seem a lot more friendly.
Agora, I'm also back and not dying anymore. Oh, unless I
good.
breathe too deeply. Agora's gonna quietly lean over to whoever he's close to. I'm assuming, like, probably is. Wait, are Fenwin with us, or did she leave?
Let's check Finwin.
Well, I'm still with them
Okay.
as of right now.
Agora's gonna lean over to her and ask, "Is it normal for people to point this much? They're so friendly. It's weird."
Well, from what I remember of Wild, when you are of a higher social standing, yes.
Back in my home country, what we did, we just rubbed our faces at each other. Like, that's how we greet each other. Just, you know how cats like rub their faces on one another, like that.
You see an elderly dwarf woman with like long gray hair and a very trimmed gray beard just comes shoveling up to y'all and like very very like grandma style just shoveling up and looks up at y'all and you see she kind of looks at y'all and go, would you like a piece of pie? And offers this like massive looking pie that's already been cut up in several pieces and just like, would you like a piece of pie?
Sakura's gonna take one.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
would love one.
What kind of pie is it?
Finland.
It is apple.
The best. I'm just gonna eat it. I'm not
Fenwin,
even gonna question it.
Fenwin's still extremely hungry from this morning because you didn't eat anything. So thanks to Grandma and takes a piece of pie.
Good. I hope y'all enjoyed my cooking. Now I need to go help give these the rest of these to the orphans. Have a nice day. You see she shuffles off.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
The lungs
Just
feel
the
very
origin
spicy.
story
I'm
for
gonna be right
Canada.
back.
What'd you say, Maze?
I said we're just partaking in the origin story of Canada.
Just a friendly place.
For now.
You know, except I'm not gonna make that joke. Actually, I don't want the mounted police on me.
It's a
We're not gonna
Mandy.
make that joke. We're not gonna insult the police. That might end up with me being lost in the woods. Let's not do that one.
Okay, so with all that, y'all heading to the Royal Vault, the magic store?
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay. Then, as y'all head through the town and head to one of the one of the shopping strips, you do find a one-story building that seems to be just made of standard wood. There doesn't seem to be much like flair onto it. You see that there are some glass windows to show off some items of display inside, but nothing too flashy right now. But you do see a sign above the door that says the Royal Vault.
Ooh, fancy.
And as y'all enter the store, as soon as y'all enter the store, you hear a chime of a bell above you, signifying that y'all have entered the store. And as y'all look up, one thing y'all notice, you don't see a bell there. And you kind of close the door and look around, and you're greeted to a very clean store with mainly two display cases. The store isn't particularly big, but you see two display cases on either side of the room. One against the left, your left wall, and one against the right side of the wall. And you see that they are having, they're kind of showing off what looks to be different kinds of rings, different kinds of necklaces, and you see in like a piece of parchment that's underneath the display. It says display only. And you do also see that there is on the other side of the room of y'all do see a counter on top, and you see a gold scale dragonborn who seem to be wiping on the countertop, making sure everything is clean and pristine, and looks over at y'all and goes, "Ah, welcome to the Royal Vault. What can I do for y'all?"
Okay. So, I am looking for specifically a scroll, perhaps, or an anonymous just teaching would work just as fine, I suppose. For a spell that can help one or multiple will breathe or move on top of one. On the bite.
Well, I do have some potions of water breathing that could potentially help if that interests you.
It may. I was looking for something a bit more potent and also something that I could use in a reactionary manner. You know, I can't really use a potion for allies in that manner. Myself, sir. But that is still an avenue I'd probably put down as well. Just as a extra precaution. I don't like water or boats. So,
Okay.
and one of us just can't swim.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I do have the potions of water breathing. I believe I should have a scroll of water breathing as well. That you can. Are you a wizard?
I am.
Oh, okay. Then you could potentially copy that down into your spell book. Uh, it is a third level on spell, so the price is going to be up there.
Well, we recently were given a bit of extra money from patron here, so I think it's no issue.
Okay.
How much exactly though would that be?
For the third level spell of water breathing, it'll just be 250 gold pieces.
That's not bad. Maybe I'll give you 260 if you give me the supplies for transcribing it. As well.
Deal. I'll go with that.
Okay. Anything else that you'd want to advertise?
Well, I am sorry to say, my stocks are very limited right now. The Black Knights came through and cleared me out of a lot of stuff, and the murders of Crow also came through and did some picking. So I do apologize that I'm not fully up to stock just yet. But the main thing that I can offer would possibly a ring of invisibility or my healing potions.
I'll let my allies here look through maybe first before I say nothing else, but I have not anything else at the moment.
Alright, the rest of y'all.
How much should one of the healing potions be?
For a standard healing potion, it'll just be 50 gold.
I will take one of those then.
Okay.
And you said 50?
Yep, 50 gold.
Okay.
So make sure you subtract 50.
Somewhere in here. There it is.
Do not require anything.
Okay.
My throat hurts. Don't.
Right, I have to do this manually.
Miss Tiefling, do you require anything?
Nothing for me. I can heal and I can turn myself invisible. So
Very well. You're gonna make me lose my business. Alright, well, sadly, that's all I had to offer right now. I'm sorry that y'all caught me at a limited stock right now, but what can I say? The Black Knights cleared me out.
A character. I was gonna make a joke that like, oh, right now, sorry, we have to beat another boss or gym leader before we can continue. Anyway, continue. on my lungs. That puff was a big mistake. Cora's just gonna wander around where we are.
Otis close behind, obviously. We'll say Otis is very silent because he's very excited about going to the Rasa Kingdom.
I'm trying to keep up with his enthusiasm.
Okay. So, where are y'all going now? If y'all going anywhere.
Did recommend a place for another place, right? Like CV.
But the creatures.
Yeah, but we got. May's got what she wanted. She ain't gonna want to go there.
I believe it may be best for me to start stocking up on supplies for my trip and see what specifically the Black Empress needs me to do. Because I forgot to ask.
Huh? If you want to go do your shopping separately, is that what you're suggesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will get them much quicker.
Okay.
No offense.
No, that's completely accurate. There's no telling what nonsense we end up getting distracted by. I kind of reach into the pouch and pull out 200 platinum, give to her and say, that should hopefully cover it. Find us if you think you need more.
I think this will be fun. Thank you, Grace. I will see you all soon.
Please be safe.
I will. Trust me. I know some very good people who will lose their heads if I come, including you, of course.
Say that
Begins.
twice.
Fenwin gives a quick bow and turns to start gathering.
Okay. Then, with the goodbyes and the see you next time of Finwin, who departed from the group, the rest of y'all exit and let Finwin go about her own way and get to shopping. It is at this point that, as y'all trying to discuss what to do, Maze, you can't help but feel the back of your neck, like the hair and the bit of patches of dragon scales from your bond is starting to like stand up, but not normally. It's more out of like you have a sense that something is behind you.
Is it while we're outside?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I always have Poe around. I'm gonna look through Poe, who would normally be just flying in the sky whenever we're moving.
Okay.
Do I see anything behind me?
Give me a perception check. looking through Poe's eyes, tough for you to tell as Poe is flying around. It's tough for you to tell like anything out of the ordinary. You're seeing a bunch of buildings, you're seeing a bunch of people just walk back and forth, and as you're looking through Poe's eyes, you suddenly see. Hang on, I need to double check this. Make sure this is right. Maze, can I have... Because you have access to Poe's character sheet, right? On Foundry?
I do.
Can Poe give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh. Wow.
Okay. So, as Poe is flying around trying to observe, trying to figure out what this feeling is that you have, Maze, you suddenly see Poe immediately freezes in the air and begins falling. And you see the edges of Poe's feathers, like Poe's wings, are beginning to slowly turn to stone.
Oh.
And coming, falling further and further and further and down until it hits on the ground and Poe.
Wow. Okay.
You then hear a voice right behind you go, "I'm sorry, Maze. I wanted to see if that would work."
What?
As you turn around, you see a little girl standing directly behind you, like an inch behind you, like very, very close, nearly touching you. A half-orc girl standing on there, long black or short black hair, just looking up at you, and seems to be holding what looks to be a stuffed bunny. Looks at you with piercing black eyes and just looks at you and goes, "Hi, Maze."
You don't sneak up on me like that, please. Oh my God.
But my father said it would be funny.
Mm-hmm. Did he? Yes. Ha. Did you need something?
I heard you were back in town, and I wanted to see you.
Yeah, we're back. We are getting ready to leave again.
You then see that she looks over to Akora and locks eyes with Akora. And you see she kind of tilts her head. He's new. And looks over at you, Romeo, and kind of, "Are you a devil?"
No, I'm not a devil, no.
You're pretty.
Thank you.
You see she kind of scampers up to you and just like looks up at you. She's fairly small. She looks very, very young, very, very young child. Just looks up at you and goes, "May I touch your horn?"
Sure. I'll kind of lean down. Probably don't have to lean down that much. I'm also really short.
You lean down and she grips hold of your horn and begins like rubbing it, trying to feel the texture, and goes, And then you see she rubs her head. "Maybe I should ask Father to give me some horns."
He's just kind of looking at Romeo and just going with like a face like, mm.
Yeah, maybe. She's so confused.
But I want your horns. And you see she kind of slowly holds out her hand. My father would need reference. Do you mind coming with?
You, I can't exactly take them off, you know.
Still looks at you.
I look at Maze.
He's like, I'll fucking.
What's happening? Oh, I have a message. I'm gonna cast a message to Maze. And I'm just gonna say, do you know this child? What is happening?
That's what I was talking about.
I want to touch your horns again, but I don't want to bother you on leaning down. So I shall come up there. And you see she kind of hunches over for a bit, and you see 4 long spider legs just shoots out of her back. Like these are long and dig into the ground and lifts her up in the air and like right in front of you and just grabs hold of your horn.
Okay, she's officially my favorite character.
Okay.
She kind of just like pets your horn and then looks back at Akora and goes, Are you a kitty?
Particularly, yes.
And you see with her spider legs, she just comes closer to you and looks up, looks at you. With her spider legs like giving her height, she seems to be matching you in height and just looking you in your eyes. And then just stares at you and goes, Can I pet you?
Yes.
And reaches in and begins to stroke your mane and go, You have very soft fur.
Why, thank you. You are very adorable. Albeit strange.
So far, only my father has called me that.
That makes me so sad.
I don't mind.
You're making me cry over this child now.
Begins petting you again.
I'm gonna like do the cat thing and like rub my cheek against her cheek and like that greeting.
As you're doing that, you see that she kind of freezes up, like kind of not knowing what to do, and then when you pull back, when you finally pull back, she kind of just looks around, a bit dazed,
Oh.
and just goes, "Can you do that again?"
I'm going to just indulge her. So I'll do it again.
Good kitty, good kitty.
Feels so patronizing, but Yokora doesn't mind it.
It is at
He's just purring and enjoying it.
It is at this point. You do hear another voice come from the side, and you hear the voice go, Melody, please, you need to make sure not to bother the new Hands of Unity. And as all you turn y'all's attention, you see Maze, you have seen this figure before, but you see what looks to be a young girl, like maybe in her teenage years, with her head fully wrapped, and eye stalks are coming out of the back of her head, like 4 eye stalks. And it takes you a minute, but you didn't realize that the voice you heard was in your head. Like, it just seems to be like a localized telepathy that seems to echo through all of your head.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this woman with her head completely wrapped and the 4 eye stalks coming out. You see that she also seems to be wearing what looks to be a white straight jacket, like keeping her arms bound. And she seems to just be walking up with a very weird sway as she rocks back and forth. And you hear the voice enters y'all's minds again and go, Melody, your father is requesting you back in the basement. Please come with. And you see Melody stops and turns and goes, but I'm petting Kitty. And you see the other one goes, I'm going, well, you can pet Kitty later. I'm sure Kitty is very busy. And you see the little girl just turns her attention back to you, Romeo, and points over at your horns and looks back at the other individual and goes, I want her horns. And you see the 4 eye stalks that are tracking all of y'all immediately look over at you, Romeo, and look up at your horns, and you hear the voice go in y'all's head still, and go, I'm sure we can work something out. Now please, your father is very impatient, so you must return. And you see the little Melody like gets her legs slowly brings her back down to her feet, and her spider legs go back inside her back, and the Melody kind of just nods her head and goes, okay. And looks over at you, Maze, and goes, I'm sorry for what happened to your friends. I hope that these people will stay alive for the next time. Especially her, and points at you, Romeo, because I like her horns, and I want them. And you see that she comes over to you, Maze, and wraps her arms around you, like giving you a hug, and her spider legs come out again and wraps around you too, like tightening the hug. And you hear her go, there. It's okay. I will see you again, Maze.
Oh, I hope.
Goodbye, Maze. Until next time. And I hope the future is kind to you. And I hope the past is kind to you. As well the present. The end of your journey is gonna be covered in blood. And time. Goodbye. And then walks over to the other individual. And you hear the individual in y'all's head seems to be addressing Melody and going, and what was that, dear Melody? What was what? Come along. And you see the two slowly making their way back to the castle.
Making our way downtown. Oh, what was that?
I don't want to talk about that ever again. Let's just forget that happened.
It was cute, though.
Yes, for sure. And then that creepy ass statement. What is wrong? There's
Oh, this is making me really excited.
okay. Let's move on, so I can work through this trauma. Thanks.
So, where is everybody going now?
I'm going where the others are going.
Yeah, I'm just following. I'm following Maze.
I'm assuming that Maze is the one that's doing everything.
Maze knows what she's doing. Maze is the only smart one. So, well, I'm a little smart. I'm not that smart.
I'm not really smart either.
Let's just ignore.
Maze has become the leader.
Frankly,
I'm
Mace
so
has always
excited
been
about
the leader.
Maze is the only one who doesn't make constant stupid decisions.
Just
Ari's
has made
dead
the
for
worst
time
ones.
being, so that's valid.
So, where are you heading?
Good question.
I think it would be. We got the supplies we need, so
Well,
it
if we're
would
gonna
probably
travel
be
for 8 days on
next would be
land,
securing travel, yeah, to the port. So generalized prep that requires no those things through and just a cost on it and set our procuring transportation plan, I think. So I say we go get secure our transportation and then whatever last minute general supplies, rations and such. And then prepare to leave tomorrow.
What the hell?
Fuck was
What?
that?
Mel, are you okay?
oh, it's my cat. He's
Loud.
he's really loud.
Very confused on what was going on.
It sounded like a dog was like fighting something.
Yeah, you would go out.
It sounded like something was like scraping against like a tile floor.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say for the sake of levity, y'all shop around and get some supplies and basically get some travel rations for the 8-day trip. And I'll say for some basic travel rations for 8 days, I'll say that'll only be about 5 silver because nothing too expensive. And manage to get some supplies. And I will also mention that during y'all shopping, um, you do run into, I'll say, trying to make sure who would it be. Yeah, it would be Marie. You do run into Marie, the almost porcelain doll looking elf with pale white skin, bleach on white hair, and pale eyes. Um, walks by y'all as y'all are shopping around and does recommend that y'all do get some, on top of supplies, get some uh, better outfits for the travel because it does tend to get colder and the winter season is coming up soon. So it does recommend y'all at least get some winter clothing to prepare.
Cora will definitely get a actual shirt to wear.
And we'll say, for the sake of things, y'all do get some clothes, and y'all can decide later on what those clothing are. And I'll say, judging by it, I'll say it would also be an additional gold piece to get some clothing, depending. Yeah, I'll just say a gold piece just to be safe on how much of a change of wardrobe y'all are having to cover the cost of everything. Nothing too expensive, but a gold piece and 5 silver for everything in total.
I think I'm actually gonna get Vakar clothes, so or proper armor-ish stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, what is Wrath Kingdom's weather like? And the sailing process to it, I should say.
Right now, it is getting closer to the winter season. So, in the Empire, especially on the sea, it does tend to snow there. So you are gonna be expecting more of a winter season type attire. And in the Rasa Kingdom, as you would find out from Romeo, they do get like all 4 seasons. So winter, it will be snowing most likely by the time you get to the Rasa Kingdom.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll let
Yes,
y'all.
I will.
Yeah.
Give some winter clothes.
I'll let y'all decide on what winter outfit's gonna be like. And Romeo, if you want to get a new outfit, your call. But we can also establish that you brought your own. But your call.
She probably did not bring her own winter clothes.
All right, fair enough.
She's a little dumb.
I think Akora's gonna buy 2 outfits, like just full new garb and whatnot, basic clothes.
Yeah, your call. Y'all got money for it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I know how much it would cost for him to get all those things.
For just a bit, just for some simple winter outfits for all of y'all
He's also
together.
I think he was also planning. I'm also gonna give him like a regular everyday shirt too.
Yeah, for like basic clothing, it's not gonna cost that much. The 1 gold piece is just for any accessories like gloves or boots and all that, just for overall outfits and every thing. If y'all want to get anything like more, I guess you could say custom, that would probably take like a day or so. So I assume that y'all don't want to spend that long to get some custom stuff. So for everyday clothing, just be a gold piece.
Okay.
And y'all can decide on what that looks like afterwards. Y'all can take the time later. But we do come across to transportation. So y'all do get pointed to a stable that's near the town. And as y'all get closer, you see that it's a large, what looks to be a warehouse looking building. Like, it's huge. And as y'all are getting closer, you can hear what sounds like hammering, what sounds like drills, and then some soft, like, explosions going off as well. And the several windows that are along the warehouse, you see several of them have been broken. Like something's coming from the inside, smashed through the outside. And as y'all get closer, you hear another explosion, followed by followed by just a scream as a goblin seems to have flown out the window and just face plants into the ground before hopping up and going, "Ow!"
Sam, did you do a scream there?
Yeah, I noticed that the mic didn't pick that up.
I was like, wait.
I don't know why the mic I'm not picking up my scream. Maybe to save y'all, but anyways.
Yeah, probably was better just.
It peaked. The mic peaked.
Which is weird because I didn't even scream that loud. Anyway, so y'all do see that a goblin had just flown out the window and seemed to just stand back up before dashing into the warehouse again. And I'm assuming y'all are going inside.
Guess so, yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. Hiding behind Akora, so if any more goblins fly out, they hit him.
As you
Wow,
all
thanks.
cautiously go inside, and as y'all enter the facility, y'all are greeted to the sight of what looks to be massive looking wagons that seem to be putting themselves together, and you're seeing several horses are along on the walls, but you're also seeing what looks to be several wargs as well on the other side, and that are being caged up and seem to be fed by goblin. And you see what looks to be a dwarven woman is like very short, stocky dwarven woman, very muscular, and has what looks to be red hair that's tied in a braid, and a smooth shaved skin and dark brown eyes. You see that she has a set of goggles on her forehead, and what looks to be a leatherman's apron, like a blacksmith's apron, I should say, and like thick gloves. And you see she's like crossing her arms and like looks to be yelling at the goblin. As you see, the warehouse seems to be covered in nothing but goblins. Like, you see goblins are hanging off of chains, are being tied from one wagon to the ceiling. Like you see they're hanging upside down. You see some are swinging off of them like monkeys, and some are like even spider climbing up walls. Seem to be getting to some tools on the side, and you hear the dwarven woman go, "No, not there. The panel has to go on the other side. No, what are you doing? It has to be down here for the mounted turret in the back. Ah, I swear, you filthy goblins. Hurry up!" And all the goblins are like, "Yes, boss!" And they're so working. And then you see the dwarf woman going, "That's what I thought." And then you see she turns her head to a wagon that's off to the side. And you see a goblin that seems to be putting together what looks to be a catapult turret, like a miniaturized catapult turret on the back. And you see that there seems to be loading on something in the back. It looks like they're about to test fire it. And you see the dwarf woman go, "What are you doing? You don't test fire in here? Not anymore? Because you know what happened?" And then all of a sudden, boom! Just a loud explosion happened, and the goblin flies through the air and smashes through a nearby window. And you see the dwarven woman just goes, "Someone fix it, and someone retrieve him." And you hear the goblins go, "Yes, boss!" And immediately go over to the wagon. And then finally, after what seems like a minute, you see the dwarven woman turns her head towards the group and goes, "Ah! Customers! What can I do for y'all?"
Wow, that was something. We're looking to procure some transportation. We need long travel wagon.
At the mention of transportation, you see her eyes go wide and go, "Transportation, good, good, my specialty." What kind of transportation were you looking for? Were you looking for just a basic horse and wagon and cart or something? Or could I interest you in something special?
If you're talking about one of these walking death traps, I don't think we need to go that far. I think we just need a decent wagon and horses.
You see she kind of deflates a little bit and goes, "Oh, okay, nothing too difficult. How big do you want the wagon to be? To fit all of y'all plus some cargo, or?"
Ideally, we have a tendency to end up with more people. So, think ahead.
Well, for some basic wagons. Sorry, just making sure I get the right price. For a basic wagon, nothing too crazy, just a transportation. I do have some normal wagons out in the back. And for a simple wagon with horses, do you want a covering to go over it?
I think that'd be a good idea.
You want some draft horses, riding horses, or war horses? Or do you want some wargs?
Definitely not wargs. No offense, but they're unpredictable.
If you say so.
Which of the three horses do you think would be best? We're trying to make 8-day headway. Minimal downtime.
If you're looking for fast horse, it would be the riding ones. If you're looking for standard horse, it would be the draft horse. And if you're looking for a tougher horse that can take a punch, it'd be the war horses.
Okay. Wait. What happened to mine and what happened to my horse?
It died, right? Or it disappeared,
They all disappeared.
right?
One
Did
died,
all our
one
horses
disappeared.
disappear?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
One
That
plus,
was
town was
sad.
literally eaten by a god.
and,
Hmm.
and plus, y'all were also teleported here. So
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, fair.
Um,
if
maybe
you
just go ahead.
well, if y'all looking for just some basic travel, y'all could just get some horses for each of y'all.
I think we want wag. I
Okay.
think we would get a standard, maybe some standard horses to help hold the cart.
What you're talking about?
Okay. Then
Craft horses.
if that's the way y'all want.
He has a toy in his mouth.
To fit all y'all, you see she turns her head and looks at one of the goblins and goes, "Hey, get that out of your mouth! That's not a toy." To fit all of y'all in on one wagon, I would say two riding horses to pull on the wagon, and all of y'all can fit in the wagon behind. One driver up front, and a passenger can fit up front in the driver's seat. With the space of, I would say, would you want a space in the wagon to be at least 4 people or 6 people?
We should play it safe and get the extra space.
Okay. And we'll make it 6 people. Then with the horse and the wagons, with everything considered, I'll say we'll go 200 gold pieces.
Sounds good to me.
All right. As y'all exchange the coins, you see the dwarven woman looks at the coins and gives a smile and goes, "It's a pleasure doing business with you." And looks over at one of the goblins and pulls out what looks to be a very, very large screw and just kind of like it's massive in her hand and just reels back and chunks it at one of the goblins and bink off of their head. And the goblin looks back and goes, "Yes, boss." And going, "Get a wagon and 2 riding horses." "Okay, boss." And you see the goblin runs off. And you see she turns towards y'all and goes, "It'll be right out front."
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Y'all take care now. And if y'all ever interested in some better wagons or transportation, please let me know.
Mm-hmm. Maybe in the future that could be of use.
Of course. Y'all take
If
care
you
now.
can, I'm gonna put an idea in your head.
Hmm?
Something that's very, very good at dealing with something flying, and maybe resistant dragon fire.
So a wagon that can fight a dragon.
Among other things. But yes.
Just need the materials and I can come up with the design. But
Noted.
it's an interesting idea. I'll think of something. And if y'all get me the materials I asked for, I'll make sure that y'all get it completely free of charge.
Mm-hmm.
But
Good to know.
yeah, we can discuss that more whenever y'all come back to town.
Okay.
Y'all take care now. And as the party exits the warehouse and steps out up front, you'll do see a goblin has come up front and looks at all of y'all with the wagon and two riding horses, and gives y'all all a nod and leaves the rein for whoever to take. And as y'all pack into the wagon, I will ask, who is driving?
I can.
No. I will.
Okay. Then, Akora, can you go ahead and roll me a d12 for me? Okay. Okay. So, as y'all begin taking off, going, finally leaving the Black Order's base, I will leave it to y'all whether y'all are actually gonna follow the rule regarding Romeo and Otis.
Should probably do that for now.
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Then Romeo and Otis are kept in the back and proceedingly blindfolded for the time being, as y'all exit through the illusionary barrier. It kind of warbles as y'all exit the illusion, and takes you a bit, but you do find some dirt on roads, and begin y'all's 8-day journey towards the town of Angel Reach. I'll say by the time y'all left, it was mostly in the afternoon, like right in the afternoon. So to make up for a day of travel, like make up for the rest of the hour, y'all will have to camp out later, like when it's already dark. So just keep that in mind. And as y'all are traveling towards Angel Reach, I will say I need Akora and Maze to Akora and Maze, make me a perception check for me, please. Nice, okay. So as y'all leaving, and by this point it's been a couple hours, so Romeo and Otis have been unblindfolded and are kind of just relaxing in the wagon, going down the dirt road. The sun is already starting to set, so it is getting dark. And you see it's already going behind the trees, and the forest begins to get a very eerie vibe as no sunlight is entering the forest. And y'all do come to a decision where y'all need to set up camp sooner rather than later. And y'all begin looking. But Akora and Maze, especially Akora, as y'all are relaxing on there, it's suddenly a weird instinct that kicks in of something is watching, and you don't know what it is. As y'all looking around and trying to find whatever it is, it takes y'all a second to realize it's not your own instinct that kicks in. it's y'all's dragon instinct that's telling y'all something is out there and it is watching.
Hmm.
Interesting. I don't like this.
Or do I?
Hmm.
Nothing we can do about that now, though.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Something tells me that doesn't matter in this.
Yeah.
As y'all keep going, y'all eventually do find a spot to camp off the dirt path. And as y'all begin setting up camp, that feeling of being watched just still hits the back of y'all's neck. And y'all try to look out to try to see what could possibly be watching, but you can't spot it. Doesn't look like anything's there. As y'all get the camp site set up, I will ask, what is a watch order?
Anybody have dark vision?
I do.
Yeah, I do as well.
I think the person with dark vision should go for the darkest time. Then the next person, then the one that can actually see. They can't see it dark.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can go first.
You could probably do Romeo and then force Otis to do it, even though he's not technically here. And then I'll do the other one. Or no, I'll do dusk. He can do morning. Or whatever.
Romeo first.
My brain is messed up.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. So
Romeo first.
Romeo, you're gonna be taking first watch
Yep.
as Akora and Maze, along with Otis, enters their respective tents. You sit by the campfire and relax on there. And I will ask you to make me a perception check.
My perception is so bad. I don't see shit.
As you're looking around and kind of enjoying the warmth of the campfire, you can't help but think about the situation you're in now. To think that not even a day ago you were up to your old tricks to make yourself a living, and now you're suddenly a part of this group that's supposedly going back to your home country. And the feeling of being back at home does warm your heart a bit as you're thinking of your family back at home. And you're kind of just sitting there, just lost in your own thoughts. You then, well, first let me do this. Okay. As you kind of lost in your own thoughts, you then hear a twig snap, and you immediately look over, and you swear you saw something seemingly in the woods, like in a tree nearby, like an outline of a figure, but it's not there. Like you can't make out any outline or figure that's there. And you're trying to observe it, just trying to see it. You can't make it out. Can't see anything. And there, take a moment to just go, maybe I'm saying things. And go back to the campfire. And after another 10 or so minutes, you hear another twig snap in the same direction, and you look over, and for a split moment, you think you see two yellow eyes. Like, not even like proper eyes where there's like a iris, but just two glowing yellow circles that seem to just lock eyes with you before a split second later it just seems to vanish. And you immediately stand up and prepare yourself as you look into the trees, but you don't see anything there. What do you do?
I'm gonna go wake up Maze. Just to double check that I'm not fucking crazy and hallucinating.
Okay. You go over, and not even like been 30 minutes or so. Maze, I can assume that you're still up since you still have the feeling of being watched.
Yeah, Mace would have spent the first, since I'm an alpha. I don't actually have to rest until halfway through, so I would just be doing like idle stuff, probably transcribing that spell.
Okay. Then, Romeo, you go over to Maze's tent and find her in the process of transcribing a spell.
So, something in the trees outside? Like I saw eyes and then they just vanished.
That explains a lot.
But I don't know what it is.
Step inside. Hold on. One moment.
Alright.
And she'll kind of nod her head at Poe. Go on. Hold the tent open. And Poe will hop out, and I'll look through Poe's eyes and have him kind of go scan around. I can kind of go up to 100 feet before I lose sight.
Okay. And I'll say, roll me a perception check. If I remember correctly, when you're looking through Poe's eyes, is it your perception or Poe's perception? I can never remember.
I'm pretty sure it's mine when I'm looking through his eyes, and then when he's by himself to relate to me.
Okay.
It's just him.
Then let's go with your perception. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a night of tens today.
I know. 10, 10, 10s. Okay. As you send Poe out to look through the trees, it's very hard for Poe to spot anything, even looking through the eyes of Poe. You're trying your best, and it's very dark. All the trees are close together, and it's hard for you to spot anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I don't see anything, but would be the first time I didn't see anything. There was still very much a problem, so let's go take a little bit of a better look.
Maybe it was nothing. Maybe you're just imagining things.
I wouldn't completely rule it out, but I wouldn't immediately jump to that as well.
You're right. Well, I guess let's go see what's watching us.
Okay.
Let's go check it out.
Okay. Then, as y'all exit the tent and begin looking around, Roman, you point out the direction of the where you saw the eyes. Are y'all heading in that direction?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, as y'all are heading in that direction, I'll ask both of y'all to make me a perception check. Okay.
I'll go 10. Okay. Like that one.
Okay. As y'all are going towards the direction, and y'all trying your best to look around and trying to spot anything. It would be maze for a split second. You think you see something up in a large tree. Well, I ask, how far are you going away from camp?
I wouldn't go too far, but I would get fairly close at least, just to see. He thinks.
Okay. As y'all get away from on the camp site, not too far, but Maze, you think you see something large seem to be for a split second you see something large slithering up a tree, and when you follow the body you swear you see two yellow eyes staring at you, but as you focus in on it, it seems to be nothing, like nothing's there. And
Okay.
as y'all looking around, the same feeling of being watched is there. And now, Romeo, even you're feeling this now. More so now, especially since you swear you locked eyes with some yellow eyes. And you're just both looking around, trying to find whatever is out there. How long are you going to be watching?
Does this look like something I've seen before, at least? Like, I gotta trace the eyes up and whatever. The body, I should say. Similarities, anything?
I'll say... make a nature check for that.
Okay.
Damn, okay.
I know nature, I guess.
Looking over on the body and trying to rule out anything that you've seen in the past. Trying to remember what the shape of the body was. The closest thing you can put it towards would be the neck of a dragon.
Mm-hmm. Got it. I'm long shot. I'm just gonna try just in the direction I saw it go, and then visualizing it. I'm just gonna try and shoot a message over there.
Okay. What do you say?
Hello.
What? You shoot out the message of simply "hello" in the direction you think it was. You think you saw the creature. You don't feel the message connect, so you don't think there's anybody there.
Okay. I think we head back for now.
Alright. Yeah, it's probably nothing.
I think it's something. It's just not something we can worry about.
Okay. You'll get back to your tent, to your campsite, and look around. Maze, you still have that feeling of being watched. And Romeo, now it's sticking with you as you're kind of nervously looking around, trying to figure out where it was. And Maze, I'm assuming you're going back to your tent to at least finish up whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. As y'all, as Maze departs into her tent, Romeo left and there again, looking around, and now a bit more nervous and anxious. But your watch goes by uneventful from that point. Next person.
Wrong thing. I think I was gonna be next.
Okay. Romeo, you go into your tent and try to get some sleep with all the nerves. Akora, you come out and get set up, and you still have that dragon instinct of being watched. Need you to make me a perception check for me, please.
Oh, god damn it.
Rip.
Sitting down and just getting lost in the fire and anxiously looking around. That feeling of being watched is still egging you on as you're looking around. And there's a couple of sounds of twigs snapping that immediately you jerk your head to the side and try to find it, but you don't see anything. And it's hard for you to make out anything exact in the distance. And you just... And for a split second, you swear you think you see your tent flap suddenly seem to close.
I'm wondering if Otis just decided to sneak in or if he was already there. That'd be weird. We're just gonna stay where I am and keep watching.
Okay. You remain where you are. And
I'll remain where I am for like 10 minutes and then I'm like, you know what? I don't want something in my tent. I need to look.
okay. You go over to your tent, and are you like quickly opening up, or are you slowly opening up?
I'm quickly opening up so I can scare whatever's in there.
Okay. You get close to the tent, and you put your hands on the edge of the flap. You gotta pump yourself up, and with just one yank it open and look inside. Nothing.
Huh, why is there a dead squirrel in here?
What?
Who knows?
It's a joke. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing then.
Okay. You turn around and sit by the campfire. Yeah. Still have that feeling of being watched as you're keeping your eyes out. About 30 minutes go by. You hear another twig snap, and you look over to try to find whatever caused that sound. And you don't spot anything. And you turn back to the campfire, and out of the corner of your eye, you swear you think you saw Maze's tent flap close.
I don't like this. I'm gonna look around see if there's like any tracks or anything.
Sure, it's got me going off of your perception skills, though.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing too great.
Well, looking for tracks, I'll say that's more survival. All right. Looking and down and trying to separate everybody's footprints from each other. You're assigning tracks to like your yourselves and your individual party members, and you do find another set of tracks, seemingly coming from somebody you don't know that's a part of this group, and the track seems to lead to every single tent that's there.
So I wasn't crazy. Gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go wake up Maze. I feel like they'd know something.
Okay. You go over to Mesa's tent, and do you rip open?
Wait. No, I'm being gentle this time because I don't need her to throw shit at me.
All right. You slowly open Mesa's tent and peek inside as you're dying. And as you open the tent, you see Mesa's there doing a simple meditation right now.
Wait, what time is it then?
Very late at night, probably like around, I would say like 2.
Okay, so I'm able to make out everything through the lights. I have dark vision. Or low light vision. One of those two. So I'm still gonna get Mason with it. Basically just I want to drag her, but I know she probably won't like that, so I'm just gonna say, hey, found some tracks that don't belong to anything. Would you happen to know anything about animals?
I do not know a lot about animals. I can look.
Yes, look
I
at
have
me.
some.
Would identifying the thing be considered another survival check?
I'll say this will be more intelligence checks just to see if you can determine what could be leaving the tracks. I'll say that. Like whether it be a creature or a humanoid or something. It'd be more along that lines.
That makes sense. I want to basically... Oh yeah, I do have dark vision. Hell yeah. So just trying to deduce what kind of creature it could have come from. Look if they see. I don't know. Let's see how well my intelligence goes. Yeah, so I don't know shit.
Alright, okay. You're trying to really study the new set of tracks that you find and try to really study it. But it's very hard for you to determine what could be possibly.
I can tell you this. It has 4 toes and claws. Probably a lot of cats that have those at level.
With me looking at it, do I need the...
With me. Aside from the obvious.
So you're gonna look at it, Mace?
Yeah, I'll look at it too.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check. Alright. Looking it over and trying to determine what could possibly make it out, you're separating the tracks and then with the help of a car who pointed out, as you're separating them, you can tell that they seem to be footprints belonging to a humanoid, but it seems to be bare feet. Like they're not wearing any kind of footwear or shoes or boots or anything like that. And,
I'm so stupid.
and as you're depicting that, you do suddenly hear a branch snap, and y'all look over, and both of y'all swear you see 2 yellow eyes looking at y'all from a tree. But as y'all blink, the eyes are gone.
Oh,
These are humanoid tracks, Sakura. There's somebody moving around our camp right now.
well, yeah. I'm also sorry. I'm tired.
Um, kind of looking around.
It's barefoot, so
I don't call it too loud, but like slightly raised voice. Hello, sir. Anyone here that needs something?
You call out into the air, trying to get any kind of a response. And as y'all looking around, and y'all look over in the direction where y'all saw the eyes, and just trying to study them. And you look away, you look back at the campfire, and you're about to discuss with each other. When then, as y'all turn around, y'all see a figure on the other side of the campfire standing straight up.
well, that's not terrifying.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
A demon.
It's my ex-wife. Oh no.